Hello and welcome to this short demonstration of the Ostrich rig from the AutoRig Pro Rig Library Blender add-on. This rig is part of a library of 24 animal rigs which can be bought at Blender Market. It's important to note that the AutoRig Pro Rig Library is specifically built for the AutoRig Pro rigging system, so you need to have bought that add-on for the rig library to work. Each of the 24 rigs comes with a locomotion animation, and in the case of this Ostrich, it's a run cycle. And let me show you that from multiple angles. And just as a side note, I've animated this run cycle on 30 FPS and not on 24 because I wanted the Ostrich rig and its animations to be game engine compatible. So yeah, that's why I did that. Cool. Let's get back to the main features of the rig. And first of all, the main purpose of the rig is to act as a template rig that you can use to rig your own 3D models. So if you have any type of creature model which has a similar anatomy to that of an ostrich, you can then rig that model using this template rig. Okay, um, this rig also comes with this block mesh, and the purpose of this block mesh is to act as a visual guide for the placement of the bones of this rig within your own 3D model. So you can simply delete it if you have no use for it, but let me undo that. But it's just there as a helpful tool for you to help you place the bones of this rig within your own 3D model. So yeah, that's the block mesh. Okay, let's get back to the main controls of the rig. First of all, we have this position controller, which lets you position the rig within your scene. Then we have this trajectory controller, which lets you animate a trajectory for the rig. We have this root mass controller, which controls both the upper and lower body of the ostrich. We have this root controller, which only controls the lower body, so you can use that, for example, to animate a hip sway. We have this tail mass controller, which lets you animate all the tail bones at once. And the same principle with this spine mask controller that also lets you animate all the spine bones at once. Same thing also with this neck mask controller. It lets you animate all the neck bones at once. So that's helpful. Then we get to the head controller, and if I open up the tool tab, you can see that it comes with this head lock property. And let me show you what that does. So if I select this neck controller and and move the neck around, you can see that the head orientation follows along. But when I toggle the headlock and I do it again, then you'll see that the orientation of the head now keeps facing forward. Cool. So that's what the headlock does. Then let's go to the legs. By default, the legs are set up in IK mode, as you can see, but we can easily switch to FK. Now we're in FK. Cool. Let's switch back to IK. And let me show you this auto switch feature. So let me turn it on. And when I now move the leg beyond its limit, you can see that the leg stretches to give for some cartoony animation, for example. Okay, let's turn off auto stretch again. The thigh twist is there to correct any deformation in that section of the leg. Knee pinning, as you can see, here's the knee, and when I move the leg around, you can see the knee follows. But when I turn on knee pinning, you can see that now the knee stays put. So that's what knee pinning does. Okay, some foot controls. Here we have a toe controller, which lets you control all the toe bones. We have this foot controller, so you can animate the ankle. And we have this foot roll controller, which is nice. It's when you move it up and down, it lets you animate a foot roll. And when you move it side to side, you can get some banking movement in the foot. So that's cool. Okay, then the wings or the arms. Um, Again, it's the arms are by default in FK mode, but you can easily switch to IK. Then we have an IK arm or wing, whatever you want to call it. Cool. Let's. It also has this auto stretch feature. So if I turn it on and I move the wing beyond its limit, it will stretch. So that's nice. So you can animate some cartoony style. Let's turn auto stretch off. Arm twist for some, uh, so you can correct some deformations in the arm. Um, and well, let me show you. Here we have the elbow, and that moves along when I move the arm. But when I turn on elbow pinning, now the elbow stays in place when I move the arm. So that's what elbow pinning does. Um, yeah, in all honesty, I think I've touched upon all the main features of the Ostrich rig from the AutoRig Pro rig library. But if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me on Blender Market. I'm always happy to help. But thank you for watching.